What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video where today we are looking at this super cool, super unique deck that, of course, Tord Reklev himself used to win Cologne Regionals this past weekend over in Germany. A totally unique deck idea, revolving, of course, around the already existing archetype of Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX. We've got the Shedinjas in here with that Vessel of Life ability. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and attach it to one of your Pokemon as a tool. When the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, your opponent takes one fewer prize card. So what this can allow us to do is to use 3 Mewtwo and Mew GXs in a game. We only ever need to pull off one Vessel of Life ability, attach it to one Mewtwo. If they knock out the Mewtwo, they take 2 prizes. Then they can knock out our second Mewtwo to take 3 prizes. They go down to 1 prize remaining. Then we can use Reset Stamp to put them to 1 card in hand, and then we have a monstrous 270 HP third Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX to kind of try to sweep the game from there, whatever else we might need. Also, a really unique inclusion in his deck that we've seen a little bit here and there with some Mewtwo and Mew decks is the Greninja-GX here with Mist Slash 130 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So doing 130 for 2 is very good. Of course, 2 copies, definitely a unique thing here, having 2 copies of the Solgaleo-GX with Turbo Strike. It's just so important for this version of the deck. It's definitely a little bit slower than the Turbo Welder versions we've seen from a lot of people. We've seen no Pokegears in here, no Acrobikes in here, so we're not really built to try to Welder every single turn like some of the other Mewtwo and Mew decks. So Turbo Strike is much, much more important in this deck than in some of the other Turbo Mew decks because we need these 2 energy attacks to try to just build up energies in play, just to get some damage out in play as well. But yeah, it's definitely a very unique list. Of course, no Jirachi GX either, instead opting to play 3 copies of Weakness Guard Energy. Definitely a surprise there, I think, for a lot of people. But it does make sense. You get it attached. You have a freed up bench spot. You don't have to have the Jirachi kind of locking up your bench, and it counts as your energy attachment. And when you're using 2 energy attacks most of the game, like Turbo Strike or Mist Slash, it's pretty good. Tag Purge, of course, also a great option. And then we've got kind of the big hitters up here. Charizard-GX's Flare Blitz GX or Flamethrower, also good options. Lava Flow in order to one-shot other tag teams. Flare Strike as well as Double Blaze GX to get through effects as well if we need it. Also Outrage, another very strong 2 energy attack. And then also the sniping ability of Naganadel-GX with Venom Shot. And as you see, also no custom catchers in this list, so Venom Shot is going to be our way to clean up things that once they get sent to the bench. So yeah, we're going to see if we can pull off some cool Shedinja plays. I just realized that I didn't ever get any music playing, but we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, this is the deck. Very similar to a lot of the Mewtwo decks, but we've got a lot more going on, of course, with the Hapus and the Reds Challenge. 2 supporters that really don't see a lot of play, but Tord found a spot for them here in this deck, and then 2 Lysandre Labs as well to help with that Malamar matchup. Of course, we don't want to put Lysandre Labs in play when we're going to be needing to use Vessel of Life, because then that would kind of defeat the whole purpose. But it is nice against those Giratina Malamar decks at times if we need it. So yeah, we'll see if we can get a couple wins with the deck here, see if I can do it justice with Tord 2 on the ladder, and see if we can't get a couple of wins. Here we go. Game 1 going up against Pianu here, playing a Water Psychic Dark colorless deck. So, not quite sure. Water Psychic Dark colorless. This could be the Pidgeotto control deck that Sander used. He did play... Oh, no, what would his Psychic type be? No, that's not it then. Because he did play Absol as a Dark type. Oh, and Mew and Giraffe as a Psychic type, I guess. Oh boy, hopefully not Mewtwo, hopefully it's not Pidgeotto control, definitely not something I want to play against, but if we do play against it, this is the deck that Tord did face in the finals of the regionals. And it looks like that is indeed what we are up against, so this is going to be a long first game. Of course, this is the deck I actually played at the regionals. We see our opponent has actually a pretty slow start here. Don't need to go too hard or anything here. So we're going to take it a little slower, just get a Mewtwo and attach to it. Do have 5 Stadiums and Marshadow, which is very good against their deck. We'll go ahead and go for a Hapu, actually, because I want to find a Welder next turn, potentially. So we will take these right here, I think. Maybe these. No, we're unlikely to stamp them. And they're not going to giraffe us this coming turn, I don't think. So we didn't get the Welder I wanted either. But I think these are the cards that we just take here. Maybe, I guess we'll take this in case we top deck Welder so we can get 2 fires in play. And we do get the Solgaleo down, which is solid. We'll go ahead and just attach the Psychic down here to the bench. And if we find Welder, we can Welder to attach the Water to retreat this. So that's the idea here. Don't want to put the Giant Hearth in play. Of course, Espeon Deoxys could be very good for us as well. And our opponent is just going to concede. They must have not had very much going on in that opening hand, which can happen with Pidgeotto sometimes, which is why I do prefer the Jirachi version, of course, that Grant played to get a 2nd place, and I also played at Atlantic City this past weekend. So, Erroneous here, playing a bunch of different types, it looked like. Didn't quite get a good look. I did see Fire type, and Dragon and Lightning, so I think that would likely make me think that it is Blacephalon, so we could have a Blounds matchup here. So the Shedinja could be very important for us in this matchup. We are going 2nd. Actually, it looks like it might be a mirror match, and our hand is not great, honestly. I'm just going to start things off with a Cherish Ball, and I think we just have to grab Dedenne here. We did prize a Dedenne, but we can throw the Giant Hearth out there. We do have our 2-2 Shedinja line, prized a Pecom, it looks like, as well as a Reset. Nope, we got a Reset Stamp in our hands. We prized a Red's Challenge, and two Welders in the prizes. A little unfortunate, maybe, but we can still find a supporter this turn. We did prize a Solgaleo as well, it looks like, which is good that we have the 2nd one. So knowing all that, I guess we'll just go ahead and attach a Fire to the active so we can retreat it next turn. Hopefully we can find a supporter to play this turn. Hapu or Welder will do. Red's Challenge even. You know what? I'll take it. And yeah, because we can, use that to find a Welder for next turn, actually. So yeah, let's just go ahead and Red's Challenge. Discard Greninja and Solgaleo. And I'm just going to go get a Welder here. I really think that's probably our best bet. We'll just pass it over to our opponent, and next turn we will be able to start Turbo Striking. And maybe if we find another Dedenne, we can start to dig a little more. We do want to find Weakness Guard Energy as well if we can, so that we don't get hit for weakness by our opponents, but also if they put Jirachi-GX in play, then we have way less of a need to try to find it quickly. They're going to go ahead and Resetting Hole, get rid of the Giant Hearth, probably just to replace it with another Giant Hearth, I would assume. Maybe want to get double use out of it. No, they just have nothing going on. All we need is a way to discard Magcargo-GX, and we actually will be able to just close out another fast game. No go quite yet. And we will need to Turbo Strike onto something. So let's go ahead and Cherish Ball for just another Mewtwo. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Just go get another Mewtwo. They do not have much going on. Gotta feel bad anytime you see that. Go ahead and put this active so that we are closer to being able to knock this out. Oh, we just hit for weakness. That's right. I totally forgot. There's no Jirachi in play. So, yep, we win the game there on turn 2. And have 5 energies in play at the end of turn 2. That is pretty solid there. After starting Dedenne and not getting a Welder turn 1. Very good, actually. I will take it. Unfortunately, our opponent had a bad start. But, you know, that's how things do go sometimes. We are going to find another game right away. Going up against Gaia Storm TCG here, so good luck to them. We'll give them a hello, and we will see what this game ends up shaping up like. We are going to start Latios. I think I saw like a Dragon and Fire type, so I'm assuming this could be Ability Zard with Turtonator. Alright, and it does look like could be Turtonator or Ability Zard or Blounds is what I was going to say. So yeah, it looks like it is looking like Blounds. We will take both the mulligans though. That is definitely pretty good. Okay. And on to our turn. Not the best opening hand, honestly. We can Reg Challenge away this and the Charizard. Go get a Mewtwo attached to it. Or go get a Welder and then Pecom for Mewtwo to attach to it. So we're setting up to knock something out next turn. I really think we want a Shedinja this turn, though, I feel like. So maybe we just go Pecom for Dedenne and dump the hand, look for a bunch of new stuff. We could Reds for the Dedenne or the Shedinja. Reds for Dedenne, Pecom for Shedinja, or the Nincada. Maybe we just go that route. We could have also just gone with a Hapu. Maybe should have just gone with Hapu, honestly. But I really want to do kind of more with this turn. I want to attach to a Mewtwo. We've got so many energy in the deck. 3 Mewtwo's, 4 Cherish Balls. I think we are just going to go with a Dedenne change and not attach either. We've got a couple energies in the discard to Turbo Strike. So yeah, we'll throw down Nincada. Might be a little risky here, a little greedy, you could say. I think I maybe should have just gone for the Hapu, thinking about it a little more, but looks like we will get paid off pretty well here with a solid hand. We now get to put this in play, attach to it for turn, and we will just pass it over to our opponent. Things are actually looking solid for the next turn as well. We have Giant Hearth to discard the switch, go get 2 energies, Welder to the Mewtwo and Mew, start taking knockouts. We can maybe try to Espeon Deoxys and skip B-String. So if we use what we can do if they put 2 Blacephalons in play, we can do 170 to one of them with the Venom Shot to, you know, leave it with 10 health, and then on the next turn try to get a 6 energy Espeon Deoxys play off to try to get a 6 energy Espeon Deoxys play and skip B-String completely. That might be a little tough, though. They are going to put Ultra Space in play for us, so I'll take that. We can find the Naganadel, so we can discard it. So, yeah, worst case scenario, we're going to be able to knock this out with a Tag Purge. And hopefully we can get a little dude onto this Mewtwo as well. Shedinja, as some would call him. So yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, he is actually prized, so never mind, that is not an option. We do have the Espeon Deoxys, so that could be an option for us. Weakness Guard Energy is going to be important on a potential Turning Point turn. And we can actually, since we top decked Dedenne, we can go get Solgaleo and discard it to Giant Hearth, so we have a guaranteed at least attack this turn. So yeah, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. Welder. Alright, well, that's a bunch of Pokemon communications. So we could just go get a Mewtwo to Turbo Strike 2, so we have something else. We could, of course, get the Shedinja as well, but that's not doing very much for us. I think we really need to get the Mewtwo here so that we have something else going on. Or Charizard could have been good as well. But yeah, I think this is looking decent. Do we just attach here? Have 3 energy on each. That seems worth it, right? Seems like a good option to me. Accelerating energy, and they are going to need something here because, as we know, they didn't do very much last turn. They Bill's Analysis. I don't remember exactly what they grabbed. We do get the Naganadel out of the prizes. That might be a little lucky. We'll be able to Dedenne now. There's the Naganadel. They can hit us for a decent amount of damage here. 160 damage with Turning Point, since we didn't get that Weakness Guard energy. But then if we do get another Weakness Guard energy, they don't knock us out with the next Turning Point. We might need to try to find that Water Energy so that we can actually Mist Slash and knock out the Naganadel, or just get another Fire Energy. I guess we also have the option to Flamethrower, since we've got a decent amount of energies now. Another Bill, so really just kind of a slow go of things for our opponent. They're going to find a Custom Catcher and a Tate and Liza. If they try to custom stall something, we do have a switch in our hand. They could bring up our Nincada and knock it out, though. That would actually be pretty bad for us. But here's the attach and retreat. We might just see a Bursting Burn. Try to slow us down a little bit. We do have the switch in our hand, though. And I think we're just going to go at it. Yeah, we're just going to knock out the Cephalon. If they do get a bunch of B-strings and stuff, we could be in trouble for sure. But we might be just fine. We're going to switch into Latios with free retreat. We actually top deck the Shedinja, which is perfect. Go find Dedenne. And yeah, we will attach here. Or sorry, evolve here. Go ahead and Dedenne change, discard the hand, draw a new one. We find a Water Energy, we find Welder, Lysandre Labs as well. Don't want to put that down, of course. So yeah, Flare Blitz GX is looking like our best option here. I'm pretty sure. Don't really think there's much else we want to do. Yeah, Flare Blitz GX, and then see if that is enough. We did not get a Weakness Guard energy, which would have been ideal. But yeah, they have no Blacephalons in play, so B-string options could be kind of limited. And yeah, we'll just go. Let's do it. We'll go with the Flare Blitz GX. Take the knockout. And this is what I think you can do sometimes against Blounds that makes it totally fine. If you just knock them out fast and they aren't set up very well, their B-string turns are just not going to be powerful. And this does hopefully guarantee that we'll only have the one B-string turn. We could have put Lysandre Labs in play to get rid of their Heat Factory, but like I said, we would rather have, I think, Shedinja and have this get knocked out so we can get that stamp play later on. So we'll see what else they have. Here comes a B-string. They are going to hit us for a good amount of damage, like I said earlier. If they find another Blacephalon, things could get a little sketchy. They do have a Tate and Liza in their hand, at least, we know. So they have some sort of supporter. Just another B-string. They're going to load this Naganadel up. 2 energies on it. That thing is getting powerful for sure. Have not used Charging Up yet, I don't think, either. But yeah, if they just use that Tate and Liza, oh my goodness, 6 energies on this thing. And they're just going to Dedenne change, actually. Going hard. I like this. Going to see if they can find some more B-strings, get a Blacephalon down. If they get a Blacephalon and a B-string, they will definitely be able to knock out our Mewtwo and Mew. There is an Ultra Space, and yeah, we need to discard our Magcargo in order to deal with this. So that they don't get multiple turns of B-String. Here's the treasure. Gets rid of a Naganadel and gets a Poipole. So yeah, the reason I put the Shedinja on this one as opposed to this one was because this one is way closer to being knocked out. They're going to Custom Catcher draw a card. Let's see if they are able to find a B-String off this one card. Custom Catcher draws one more. Digging for B-String. There is a Welder for an energy. They have already attached for turn. And they got 2 energies. Okay, okay. So this is looking crazy. A huge pop-off turn for our opponent. And we are going to need to respond. We are going to need to knock this thing out. Oh no. This is looking sketchy. This also, so what having Shedinja here actually also does is it avoids their turning point turns where they could just knock out our next Mewtwo. So they need to discard 6 energies from play. If I was them, I would go like 1 here and then 5 from this thing, most likely. Seems good to me. What a turn. 2 B-Strings plus Welder and Dedenne after having just a terrible start. Their start was so bad, and they just popped off here. So I think if we just Magcargo knock this out, we probably just win. But we need another energy, and we need to discard the Magcargo off the Hapu. So let's send up Latios here. And see what we top deck is another Welder. So let's go with the Ultra Space here, get this guy out of the deck. We do have Magcargo in there we could discard. Reshiram as well is another option if we do just get 1 more energy. Like I said, actually we would need a Fire energy to use Reshiram's attack because it does require 3. And yeah, we've got 5 energy in the deck. Yeah, we'll just get the Nag out of the deck. I think we just have to go for Hapu here. Hopefully we find an energy at least. And we do discard Magcargo. We actually find an energy as well. I think if we just knock this out, we win the game. It looks good for us at least. I think that's all we need to do. I'm trying to figure out what our best route is going to end up being here. We'll go ahead and get this guy in play. We can stamp them. I think we hold it just in case they do knock this out somehow. We are going to get rid of their only thing in play that can really do much. And you hear the dog barking. Sorry about that. Someone probably walking past, freaking her out. So yeah, we knock this out, and then we can tag. We can just knock out either of these things pretty easily, or just get more energy in play, and we don't lose next turn. We definitely need to get them off of turning point turn, and we have to discard 3 energy to do it. So we just go like this. If this gets knocked out, we will be in trouble, but I'm trying to see. I don't know that there's really a way they could do it. I guess Welder. Oh man, Welder plus charging up plus attach, that would be enough. Do they have all of that though? Welder, charging up, and attach for turn. They're down so many energy. They need a Welder for 2 as well. I guess we could have bumped their stadium with the Lysandre Labs there so they don't get another access. That actually is definitely a mistake. We should have done that. Yeah, because they just get another free search for Blacephalon. If they didn't have the Blacephalon, I think we would definitely be fine. And they are going to stamp us to 1. We need to just find an energy card. And we find a Welder. This could get sketchy, guys. We have a pretty thick deck still. Hey, are you okay? What are you barking at? You want to come here? Come on. Alright, so she's going to calm down and sit up here with me. And we are going to hopefully be able to win this game. You don't even know what's going on, do you? Okay, you definitely want to get down. There you go. Alright, so they're going to still be able to just hit us pretty hard for 160 here. Oh man, we're down so many energies. Just a pass, though. They didn't get the energy for the knockout. Oh no. We do have Dedenne in the deck. 2 Dedennes, Communication, Cherish Ball. These are all outs for us. But we are doing nothing this turn. We're going to not put Nincada in play. Shedinja really doesn't do anything for us anymore. It's kind of served its purpose. You really only need to use one. And yeah, we definitely kind of played ourselves into this potential situation. Not all Blacephalons do play Reset Stamp, but it's always something you should consider. There is a couple energies to the benched guy. And all we need is 1 energy, and we will be able to win the game just by knocking this out with Turbo Strike, of course, due to Psychic Weakness. But we'll see if we can do it. If not, who knows what will happen. We'll have to see it here. There is the Heatran GX. Oh no, they have not GX'd yet. They will be able to move a bunch of energies up. This is actually really good for them because they now don't need to... they don't just lose to us getting an energy. They can just hit us for 130, which should be just fine. They don't have enough to knock us out, of course, with Hot Burn. They would need 1 more energy to get there. We're just going to go for the Steaming Stomp. We get a Cherish Ball. Perfect. We can use the Dedenne. And I don't think we can win this turn, though. Yeah, Outrage would not do it for us. So we're just going to try to get an energy so we can Turbo Strike onto this to try to set up for a win on the next turn. There's a Giant Hearth. We can get rid of... I don't know. Do we even want to get rid of Greninja? Because it could be a draw card with Elusive Master. Potentially. Alright. We're just going to go like this. We're going to Turbo Strike. And we are going to throw 2 fires. I think is our best typing to put on it. So we can Lava Flow anything for the knockout next turn. As long as we get an energy. Alright. I think we should be good to close this out. I guess Naganadel-GX would be something we couldn't knock out, but they didn't have a Poipole set up. If they get custom catchers to knock out this benched Mewtwo, they are down all 4 catchers, so that's not something to be worried about. Weldering 2 to the bench. And yeah, we'll have to see what else they get. Charging up. Does get a couple more energies in play. All we need, they know we have the Fire Energy in our hand. We do have the Magcargo in the discard, so Lava Flow can close it out for us. If we hadn't used our GX attack, Burning Magma could also get there, but we have, of course, used it. Here comes the retreat into the Blacephalon. And they need to discard 3 energies to knock us out, or attach Beast Energy and then just discard 2. Yep, they do get the Beast. So probably just discard this one and one of these. Or probably this one in Heatran, I guess. No, you want to keep the one on the Heatran because we know they play Tate and Liza, so if they have another Tate and Liza, they could switch into this to leave the Hot Burn option to win the game. But as we know, we have game in hand. Definitely a close one. That one turn was actually insane for our opponent, but GG's to them. GG's Gaia Storm. And they will get the KO. One from here, one from the Naganadel. And we will just send up the Mewtwo and Mew-GX. And this deck does feel very good, guys. I'm not going to lie. Feels very, very good. We don't even need to Welder. We'll just attach. We'll give them the well played. And Lava Flow. Very close game, but we are able to come out on top. And all because of Shedinja being able to prevent... We got to use 3 Mewtwo's in a game, which is the point of the deck. Being able to make it so that we can use that third Mewtwo because they only took 2 prizes on the first one. Actually, super insane. And yeah, we'll hop in and grab another game and see how this one goes for us. Looking, of course, for another opponent and see if we can't keep things going. We are on a nice little 3-game win streak. Of course, super fast scoop in the first one. And we'll see if we can find an opponent here. And then we, oh yeah, turn 2 win in the second game, right? Just donking a lone Latios. So 2 fast ones, another good one after that. So we'll see if we can close things out with one more win to bring it all home. Congrats again to Tord, of course. Tord, one of the best players in the history of the game, and just continuing to show why he is one of the strongest players, playing a totally unique deck, brand new deck, and just popping off and, you know, doing big things for sure. Doing big things. So we'll see if we can find another opponent. I guess no one is playing PTCGO right now for some reason. Maybe give it a cancel. Back out to the loading screen. Click on the verses once again. And try one more time. See if we can play another game with Tord 2. So yeah. Once again, congrats to Tord, like I said. I think this is definitely a deck you're going to see a lot of at Cups. Just Mewtwo decks in general, but also Shedinja is just super, super sick. Being able to use the third Mewtwo, like I've said, is so strong. Electivire Fire. Playing a bunch of different types in their deck. So this could be something kind of rogue, kind of unique from our opponent. We do open up with a mulligan. Our opponent as well, looks like they must have had one not a very good opening hand. That is our mulligan. Our opponent here is playing maybe a Greninja deck? But I think I saw like a grass type or something like that in the opening typings and all that. Maybe should have just started the Reshiram actually. Not sure. But our opponent, nevertheless, is starting, choosing their active Pokemon. Some sort of, I guess maybe just Ability Zard deck with Power Plant. Here comes a Fiery Flint. I thought I saw a Grass type, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm crazy. Gonna get 4 energies out of the deck right away. If you have an energy attachment for turn, I don't... Okay, I guess if you need to Welder more energies, this is fine. Never mind. Things work out pretty good. Using Flint on turn 1 can always feel like a sketchy thing with Greninja because if your opponent just stamps you, you shuffled all your energies back into your deck. But thankfully, we do actually top deck a Pokemon Communication. We're going to put back in the Shedinja because we want to use it. And we're going to go get a Dedenne. Oh no, we prized both Nincadas. That is not good at all. Oh no. Okay. So we're just going to attach a Psychic Energy and discard the Charizard, I think. I think we can just discard it. Maybe we want something to attack with under Power Plant, but we have the Tag, Purge guy, so never mind. We're just going to discard it all. Oh, what a hand. Okay. We're just going to hold the hand and pass because we know they play Power Plant. We want Giant Hearth to potentially bump it. Definitely not a great hand here, but hopefully we top deck like Cherish Ball or Communication or Solgaleo even, or Dedenne. Any of those things are good. And we'll put the Giant Hearth in play and maybe be able to make something happen. Something to always consider as well is the Elusive Master ability of Greninja. It's not super easy to use, but something to keep in mind. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is the last card in your hand, you may play it onto your bench. If you do, draw 3 cards. They do have a Power Plant. If they had back-to-back Welders and just knocked us out, we probably would have just straight up lost, honestly. But they don't have much else, it looks like. We top deck just another Fire Energy. But we can outrage them for a ton of damage, actually. I think we just get rid of Energy. Yeah. Get both out. I want to keep Shedinja, of course. Want to keep Reset Stamp. Go for the Outrage. 10 away from the KO, but yeah, all we need now is just something to do 10 damage. I really kind of wish we had just put the Reshiram on the bench. Thinking about it now. Things are definitely not looking very good. And this can happen with any deck, of course. Just don't really draw very well. And things do happen like that. Here comes a Great Potion. Going to get some healing going. They, of course, just outrage us for the KO here. Red's Challenge from our opponent. With abilities are definitely on the decline. I think that Green Zard in general could be suited for a potential comeback. Red's Challenge. I wonder what that card was that they grabbed. If we just knock this out, we might be okay. If we top deck... What could we even top deck, man? Welder... It has to be Dedenne, right? Always Dedenne. We have 1 fire left in the deck. If we top deck Dedenne, we can get Energy, switch Mewtwo, Dedenne. Maybe we can make something happen. Red's Challenge. Okay. We can stamp them to 1. So let's go get... We know they got a Red's Challenge, so they could just have custom catchers or like Welder. I think we just get Mewtwo and attach to it. Yeah, I think that's what we do, right? Mewtwo, attach. We could get Latios and attach to it. I think we just go Mewtwo, attach, pass. They knock out Dedenne here. We can reset stamp and hopefully top deck a Welder or a Dedenne of our own. We could get power planted here. That's why I didn't get the Latios, is because of course we need 4 benched Pokemon in order to be able to use it. But if they power plant us, we can still use it under power plant with no bench. But they are down 1 plant. I feel like a lot of the Green Zard these days are going to be playing 2, maybe even 3 power plants with Lusamine. But he plays Red's Challenge, so, and Turtonator. So definitely some more interesting stuff. Here comes the 2 energy. Let's see where he puts them. The safest place is definitely just to put him on the bench. That is what they're going to do. Drawing a bunch. We don't even quite have a knockout yet. We can get a Water Energy. That would let us get a knockout after stamping. There is a Charizard, another Charizard I should say, and an energy attaching to it. And a Flare Strike, here we go. 230 damage. On to our potential last turn. Let's see what we top deck, if we can be in the game still or not. We get a Hapu, so it might not be over yet. Let's start with that. We get a Cherish Ball. We get a Welder as well, actually. I think those are definitely our grabs here. Marshadow. Oh, I kind of do want the Marshadow. I think we have to take Welder, Cherish Ball, though. We could take Welder and Marshadow. And worst case scenario, we copy Double Blaze. I really want the Cherish Ball. So I want a Dedenne. We're down just 2 stadiums with this one getting discarded. I think it's okay. We'll just... Oh, we can't Welder. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid, stupid, stupid. That was just dumb. Okay. You know what? We might be okay still, though. Oh, is there anything better? Oh, no. Okay. Do we just take Solgaleo so we get the guaranteed KO? He's to 1 energy. We need more than just Solgaleo, though. We need a Mewtwo. Yeah, we need more than Solgaleo. Did it change? Alright, we need Mewtwo. Didn't get Solgaleo. We have nothing to attack with that can knock him out. I should have just taken the guaranteed Solgaleo. That's definitely useless at this point. We can still win if we top deck Welder. We can Welder this, attach to this retreat. Oh. But he just needs 1 more energy and he can retreat and win with Explosive Jet. We should have just taken the Solgaleo and taken the guaranteed KO. But we just need so... Because, like, then we're just doing nothing. All he needs is 1 energy, like I said. Oh, and there's Giant Hearth in play. Yeah, he just went... Well, for... 12 energies, so he actually might not have any more fire energies, and never mind. So yeah, all he needs to do is attach anywhere, hard retreat into Turtonator, and Explosive Jet for the win. But we're going to make sure that they do it first. Not just going to back out right away. And yeah, they see it. Okay. Always got to just check to make sure they see it. I guess we'll let them get the win. So maybe if we take the Solgaleo there, we can make something happen. I guess we'll never know, guys. I guess we'll never know what would have been correct. If we had drawn Cherish Ball or one of the 2 Solgaleos or a Communication, we could have discarded it still with the Hearth. But no such luck. And that is going to do it for this one. Congrats once again to Tord on the win. Super deserved, of course. And with a unique deck nonetheless. Super crazy deck. And it worked out for him. Congrats, Tord. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like down below if you enjoyed. And subscribe to see more Pokemon TCG videos. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Until next time, take care.